What's going on, y'all? It's Drumatik here with Airbit, and in this video I'm going to talk to you about how to increase your chances of landing placements. I've been fortunate enough to have some success with landing placements with artists as well as sync placements for TV and film. Honestly, all of those placements have happened differently in every situation, but in this video I'm going to share with you a few tips that have worked for me along the way. Artist placements. Tip number 1. So when it comes to securing artist placements, it might sound a little obvious, but you have to make a connection with that artist somehow. Now, we all know as creatives we're not the best at answering phone calls, responding to text messages, emails, DMs, because we're in the lab and we just want to create. With artists, you have to figure out how to get in contact with people that are actually going to respond to you. By that I mean you have to get in contact with their manager, their stylist, the photographer, the videographer, the makeup artist, or even their barber. Yes, their barber, because believe it or not, that has worked for some producers out here. Tip number 2 for securing artist placements. Find songwriters that either fit the genre of the artist that you're looking to get a placement with, or maybe that songwriter already has a relationship with that artist. A placement can be a layup if your beat already has a verse or hook written to it by a songwriter that already has a relationship with that artist. It's a no-brainer. Layup. Tip number 3, collab, collab, collab. If you're a producer looking to increase your chances of getting placements, you should be collabing with as many producers as you possibly can. In a lot of ways, music can be a team sport. And if you're teaming up with other producers, teamwork will definitely make the dream work in terms of getting your placement game popping. Sync placements. Tip number 1. As a music producer looking to get more sync placements, you shouldn't only be worried about getting your music in libraries. You should also be researching and building relationships with television producers, with film producers, with video editors, and with music supervisors. As a producer looking to get sync placements, you should be building with the people that actually make TV and films happen behind the scenes. Tip number 2, reach out to independent filmmakers. Independent filmmakers don't always have the biggest budget, but at the end of the day, a placement is a placement, right? Besides, if the right film ends up in the right film festival, that could be huge for your career as a music producer. I've found that getting placements isn't only about making great music. You should be doing as much work outside of the studio as you do inside the studio by building genuine relationships with people. If you want to be a professional producer, you have to carry yourself like a professional. You should be making sure that you introduce yourself, you use proper spelling, use proper grammar. All those things show that you're professional and that you take what you do seriously. Here's another nugget. When it comes to landing artist placements, it's helpful to know things like what key the artist tends to make songs in, or what tempo ranges the artist tends to make music in. You don't want to send a ballad to an artist that does upbeat trap music, and vice versa. You don't want to send a trap artist a ballad, because 9 times out of 10, they're not going to pick that song. So you should do your research. Make sure you study the artist, make sure you know the artist, make sure you know when to use your tag and when not to use your tag. I don't know any music supervisor that wants to hear Lil Pookie did the beat. They're not going to pick it. It doesn't fit the genre. It doesn't fit the client. So know those things because they will help you as a producer in getting placements. Last but not least, make sure the format for the music is correct and fits the client or the artist. The format for songs are going to be different for TV and film than they are for an artist making a song. So keep that in mind. Also, make sure you double and triple check your mixes. They can make or break your career as a producer, and especially when it comes to getting placements. Hopefully some of you producers found this information helpful. If not, it inspires you to keep pushing to make your placement goals happen. Like I said, these are just a few tips that have worked for me, but there's a million ways to get placements. These are just a few that I've found to be helpful. If you like what you heard in this video, be sure to check out the rest of our content on the Creator Hub for more tips, tricks, and how-tos about how to level up your independent music career. Peace.